Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to a ridiculously warm week that is starting in the UK and in other parts of the world, I do believe. Medium. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that everybody is managing to look after themselves in this weather, and just in general. It is important for you all to be amazing, because you are. Let's see, we've got all sorts of chaos going on. You didn't even let me get through the intro. Let's see, we've got a Frauke who's arrived early, Blast Jordan coming in, True Purple coming in with them, then we have the Parade of Bots. Volder, welcome in, and managing to be first joining the scurry there. Landstrad with the hydrate and the stretch. Thank you. I'll hydrate. As you can tell, I'm sitting in the sitting in the water. Just yeah. Absolutely needed in this weather. Everyone remember, hydrate. Hydrate lots. And a stretch to go with it. Let's see if we... yeah, we've got the heat for the popcorn, that's for sure. Thank you, Landstrad, for that. True Purple scurrying as well. Raven, welcome in. Landstrad and Blast getting scurries in. Raven getting their scurry in. True Purple on a 31-month subscription, my word. That number keeps going up. Thank you for the dancing squirrels there. Feg, welcome in as well. Let's see. Jerry May, welcome in as well. Let's see. Miss Ferret, lovely to see you. Thank you for everyone for joining the scurry. We're up to 30 already. I did use some of the scurry donations last night to make things interesting for Elk, who then immediately made it interesting for everybody. Or had it made it one of the three. Hold on. It's getting dark. I should probably not be sitting in the water in the darkness. That just tends to lead to drowns trying to murder me, which actually might be an interesting way of cooling off. Blast Jordan on a 29 months of subscription. My word, thank you so much for that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep. Look, I look for the options to cool off here. Rauke scurrying there as well. Footy, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Petitions that hydrate should only have a 30-second cooldown on days like today. If I did that, I would not be able to actually. I'd be basically just constantly drinking. I'd probably end up with an IV. I was out holding between the lips. Dang! Now I've got images of MASH with Hawkeye and an IV of liquids that they were sipping on. Twitch, what in the FOMO have you done this time? I haven't the clue, Landstrad. Not a clue. Don't know. They've got many things. There isn't a first. Kale! Welcome in, Chaos Tween! And the good news is, despite the fact that you have updated your name, Mary Whitehouse still knows who you are. So, thank you for joining the scurry there. Cosmic, welcome in. Lovely to see you. What's that sodium and hydrogen intake? Or nah. Yes. Don't get salty about it, Blast. Mikula, welcome in. Pun tax. Woohoo. From Blast. Shadow Sky, thank you for training the scurry. Cool teacher, welcome in. Throws every combination of H and O at Blast. Just don't throw the N's at them. We've got plenty of those. Get your stream slimes ready for drinking later. What? Henry, welcome in. And Kel on a 31-month subscription button day. My word, thank you for that. Hachuchutai. Time. Yes, apparently somehow we've got a streak hype thingy train going on. TGM, welcome in. I know what's going on. It is the same Kel that will throw things at Blast. Yay. Why not new Kel, that new person that doesn't throw things at you for bad puns? No, unlikely. Because then it wouldn't be me, exactly. Cosmic lurking whilst doing the stuff and things, maybe more work too, who knows. Well, look after yourself, Cosmic. Jerry May got the decked out run in, and it's a medium, so I'll have to go and head for that. Mia Cooler on a 20 stream streak prefers an oil slick to escape. What are you, Dastardly and Muttley? Congratulations, however, you managed to escape. Feg giving a gift sub to Landstrad, my word. Thank you for that, Feg. Thanks for the ability to dodge commercials. Oh dear, were they that bad? Just because you're already sitting in water doesn't mean internals don't need it. Exactly. Anyone want 34? It feels like 42. I'm on 30, feels like 30. Oh, well, actually, 30 was the forecast. It's already 35 according to the thermometers outside. The forecast is 37 for the middle of the week. I don't want that. Just no. J-Whip, welcome in. Lovely to see you. 3-minute cooldown. Yeah, you just want to cool down. I think we all do. FOMO is now apparently a implementation of weekly rewards in addition to date. What? I haven't heard about that one. Can you turn the sun down? I'd love to. We had a Finian in chat that's gone. I missed it. Footy gave a gift sub to J-Whip. Thank you, Footy. That's amazing. Ritsu, welcome in. I'll catch up. The Frelke Information Service. Weeklies are catch attempts, and all Pokemon are weekly. Oh, goodness. There was the Choo Choo, and a few people got the Endler Love, which is always good. The triple question mark quest is still unknown. Aha. Cardoodles, welcome in. How am I doing today? Overheating. I hope you're doing okay, though. I think they already did the weekly stuff like a month or two ago. No clue. They keep changing things on Twitch, and they keep rolling out things for different people in different streams, such that I have no clue what is rolled out for each individual person, because they seem to nurble around with it. However, you can have two different people in the same stream with two different sets of things that they can do, and that don't half make it difficult and disconcerting for me. It's disconcerting to watch me sit and spin. Yep. I know that's not what you said, but hey. Let's head for Decked Out. Seeing as how it is that time. Apparently you got a new emote for the hype train, but it won't actually show you which one is new. Really? If it just said you got a new emote, you probably got the conductor one, I guess. One wonders, then wishes one hadn't. Yes, I'm sure, Feg. I know, I didn't want to think it through. I probably shouldn't have. Oh, let's push that button. I just realised I hadn't muted Discord. Boing. 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 One of these days I will start coming down here in a boat. Just because. I'm in a boat. I'm in a boat. I'm in the nether in a boat. In a boat. And it's not the bus boat. Yadadee. Yadadee. Head for the question mark, dear squirrel. Head for the question mark. Yadadee. And Wolf is suffering still from ping issues, I suspect. Whee! Come fly with me as I crash into the walls. Or not. How did that happen? There's something wrong with the universe. I've made it to the bottom of the decked out stairs without crashing into them. Can I have that? Really tempted to tell a long joke, but you fear of being timed out because of text walls and also the slight unhingedness. Yep. Right. I need a key. I need a box of deck. I need not to have all my stuff. Boop, boop, boop. Why am I still carrying pale moss? It's quite the rarity. It is. You're ready with the splat command and everything. Sorry, Cal. Unsplat. Unsplat. A woohoo. When you want to run into the walls, you unsplat. A woohoo. I'm going to take my armor off and put it into there. Along with my remaining carrots. I have the box with my inventory in it. Sorry. the box with my deck in it, my inventory. Oh dear. And the game is ready. The game is ready. Great. Correct box. Yes.
Beware the depths.
Go forth, brave squirrel. And remember to boop the bed. Bed is booped. We are going medium. Interesting. It did say medium, didn't it? I'm fairly sure it said medium. Yep. You like to think the Trumps are all having a quick pre-game huddle. Yes. Thank you for the yeses. Meanwhile, the Trumps are sitting there going, he's already not doing things. Throws a sideboard blast. Oh no. At least the pun tax got paid. We'll go with the next best one. Me and my girlfriend were getting flirty on the couch when she said, let's take this upstairs. I replied, sure, you grab one end and I'll grab the other. Oh. Oh dear, Nordic Wolf is really suffering from odd ping. I mean, they don't even have that bad a ping by the sound of that. The door has slammed behind me. We're going to level 2 today. We're going to level 2 to Trump. We're going to level 2 with the Trumps. We're going to level
Regeneration.
Nordic Wolves threatening the Squirrel Space Force on the ping. Right. Are we going to appear into the back of a Trump?
Intelligence.
Mancart can't be British rails. The rails aren't too hot. Let me know in the morning. You see, it didn't look like there was one next to it, the exit, but it didn't look like there was one yesterday. Last week. And we still ended up appearing into the back end of a Ravager nearly. Okay, we got a safe start. We're not having to immediately panic and defnurble the area. Wrong kind of sun on the line. This is not my sun. This is a Fnurble. You know, I don't think I ever looked in these.
Loot and scoot.
No, nothing in there. Sun Tzu. More like Sun Hu. Well, we got a loot and scoot already. Time to scootin' with the lootin'. You sure it's Sun Hu and not Sutton Hu? There's a leaf on the rail line, though. It might be British Rail. Yeah. But then you'd have to leave it alone. I had a ping. That was not a ping. That was definitely not a ping. Hey, Inari. Might have said hi already. An evasion's always helpful. Well, that was useful. We've got a level 2. We got a level 2 key already. The dungeon wants us to head for level 2 already. Pushes Scott's out of his tree. I'm out of my tree already. You got a long way to go if you think I'm gonna be out of my tree.
Pirate's booty.
Well, that's a bit early. We've already got the pirate's booty. Anyone else here? We got a level 2. No, that was yesterday with all of the, please drop your pants for a distraction. For those who don't understand that one, go back and watch Elk's stream from yesterday. It will disturb you in many, many ways, but it will also make you crack up with laughter. Okay. The Ravagers appear to be having a party in the cafeteria. Literally, I think there's 4 of them in there. That's dramatic. What makes it a pirate's booty? Elkland needs to learn to keep his pants on. Yes. Are you going to be following me? No. Okay. Okay, so this is a bits-heavy run, and not a very intelligence-heavy run. There's not much intelligence here.
Gold mine.
Then again. Pleased to be unleashing all of the Fnurbles. Question of Scott's. Is it true that there's a Frushimo £10,000 milk winning... What? I have not a clue. I have never even heard of that one, Jerry May. So that sounds like one of those pre-made milkshakes that you can get in convenience stores or supermarkets. And there's every possibility that there may be one that moos. I have encountered such a weird concept in the past. Did you just ping at me just as I came out of the room? No. How dare you stress that? I will apologise if there's noises in the background that sound like fans. That's probably because I have 2 separate fans running. And that's ignoring all the ones that are inside the computer going, help me, it's too dang hot. If you're milk moosey, if you want to see a specialist, leave the farm right away. Well, yeah. Now, the worrying thing is, I think there's a Ravager over towards the exit. Now, it's not immediately a problem. I say not immediately. But we will see. Now, look. I'm not playing with the Ravagers yet. I'm more concerned about where this, this fnerbling magnet compass is pointing at. Yeah, yet is the valid one. As I say, this is definitely a bits heavy run. Rather than an intelligence run. Yeah, that Ravager worries me, because I think that one's right next to the exit. I was about to go, why is this door closed? Of course it's closed. I haven't put the key in yet.
Security authorization accepted.
Oh, I'm functional. I'm functional. I'm not sure what I am as a functioning as. Am I? No. Petitions for Mythical Sausage to record all the vocals for Decked Out 3. That would be interesting. And in answer to your question, Raven, not a clue. If your bits ahead, I'm not even sure I understand. What would a highly manly meow 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 sound like? I don't know. I'm worried about the fact that I don't know where Keychild is. Keychild. Oh, Keychild. Wherefore art thou, Keychild? Like Scott's at 4 a.m. with severe morning voice. Wow. Interesting. Where in Fnurbles is this pointing?
Loot and scoot.
I will Lutus and Scootus. Ah, there you are. Well, that was convenient timing on that bell. You'll have to go and clip it from Elk's Midweek stream. Wait, where are you? Oh, hold on. Yeah, there you are. Hi, Keychild. Come on. Hello. Are we saying that Scott's vocal range changes between 3 and 4 a.m.? Possibly. Which came first? Oh, that reminds me of the elk joke from earlier in the week. I know where this blimmin' compass is pointing. And there were reports that my voice was very different at 4 a.m. Last week.
Gold mine.
I got a Yorick. Alas, poor Yorick. He is my, That was a lot of ding.
Gold mine.
Yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Why is Captain Gandai on land? I don't want anything to do with that. Must be nighttime. I wouldn't know. I got no. Oh, Lord Infernals. We have a problem. Oh, oh boy. I don't think I took a single bit of a hit of damage from that, but holy fnurbles, that was deliberately more than I would like. I have a problem. You brought popcorn. Yeah, well,
Intel Hunter.
if I was a cat, I'd just used up a life. Eh. Apparently it's dark. Did you just throw some intel into the water? I don't know what we're intelling about, but hey. And apparently Volder has just slept. That might... oh. And Feg has redeemed a hydrate and a stretch. I'll hydrate.
Sneak.
Yeah, Henry, I noticed. I did not realize that it was night, though. And a stretch to go with it. Thank you, Feg. And while we stretch and have a hydration, we have a small, short advert break. I know I'm going in the wrong direction for the exit. You know, this is the second time recently that I've actually heard the heartbeat. Heartbeat, a woohoo. If you hear the heartbeat, you're in decked out. A woohoo.
Loot and scoot.
Lootus and Scootus. I'm hearing lots of heartbeats. And you probably can't see a fnabbling thing right now because it's very dark again. I just heard a creaking. Ooh, 2 actual intelligence. Goodness. Okay, that was worth coming.
Evasion.
No, that was worth coming in here for. Why are we playing with the relic? With creaking, I've got my relic. I am playing with it because it just gave me 2 intelligence. I mean, I can hear the creaking occasionally, but honestly, at the moment, I can also hear several wardens that are having a field day for some reason. Look after yourself, Blast. I hope that work isn't being too evil. that warden is very, very cranky already. This feels like a good time to de-squirrel the area. Let's hope Keychild hasn't found out where they are. And what at the point, let's hope Keychild hasn't figured out where I am. You're not Keychild. You're not Keychild. I'm happy that you to know where you are, though.
Data seeker.
Mm-hmm. That'll be more bits. Ooh. All sorts of shinies all over the floor. Nah. Okay, so Keychild is still where I jumped off the cliff in front of them. What's it? Popped in your head at 2 intelligence, strayed too close to the border between sibling grief and being mean, so abort, abort! Did you know that humans eat bananas way more than monkeys? That's, when's the last time you ate a monkey? I stand oh, dear. Last, good night. So apparently Keychild is still stood at the cliff face where I threw myself off of it to get away from them. Shush you. Hey Glam! Welcome in. Good time zone to you. I hear you as well. Oh, that's interesting. That door's closed. Keychild is trapped on the cliff edge. Oh, that's almost... No, they're not. Keychild sidles into view. No, I'm not. Okay. What do you mean I'm stuck on a cliff edge? No, 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 no. Oh, goodness. Were not is. Yeah. Oh, that's a joke's on you, squirrel. I'm right here. Yep, that's definitely a Keychild moment. Okay, that one worries me. That Ravager, because they're right at the exit. That Ravager I'm not so worried about. Right, time for meetings. Good luck in getting out of here. Rumors of my trapping have been greatly exaggerated. Keychild. Yep, that sounds valid, Feg. Hey, Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Okay.
Data seeker.
Uh-huh. Right. Where the fnurbles is this Ravager? Trumped, not trapped. I'm right next to the exit, and I know that there's a Ravager around here somewhere, and I just... a little bit concerned that I haven't seen it. That's a bat. That's not a Ravager.
Data seeker.
There's no point in worrying about these cards being played because they're all playing on floor 2. Oh, you're there. Okay. Right, that's fine. Canadian Dragon on a 350 stream streak and managing to escape from Mary. Boop. Right. Let's not go down there. Alas, poor Yorick. The squirrel has survived. Woohoo! Feg, thank you for that gift sub to Canadian Dragon, my word. Got a new name, but the same one. Yeah, it is still the Chaos Tween. I was about to say. So we were at 43. We're at 65. 65 intel. That's a pretty nice stack. Yep. It's an off by 1 stack. Right, let's sell my bits. Well, let me rephrase that. Let's... Gotta run with the coffee and get groceries. Good luck, Canadian Dragon. Oh, shush, Warden. Quote incoming. Yep. Ah. Did you see my miraculous jump off a cliff there, Henry? Got me on the big screen. That's dangerous. You don't want a big screen squirrel. Elkhorn! Welcome in, Moose. You know, this is, I think, one of the rare occasions on which I've actually got intelligence. Yes, I'm very well aware that that phrasing is entirely unhelpful. We've gone 500 to almost 750 quotes in 6 months. Oh dear. We have a Fae amongst us, should you be concerned. Probably. You know what? I'm just going to go with another 6 promotion scores. Please keep your shiny pants to yourself. Yes, please don't drop your pants to distract us, Elk. There we are. That warden is incredibly unhappy. That is a very unhappy warden. Whoop, 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 whoop. It's been a while since I've been back here. So, you may be wondering how the heck I've ended up here. I apparently took a wrong turn and failed to die. Does this make Decked Out the new version of the Warden? No, the Wither. No. I can't even see my death here. Hello, Death. Hi! couldn't even see my death. Whoop. Promotion scrolls, intelligence, and Yorick. And there's my deck of cards already. Woohoo! Slightly confused. Why did we choose death? Had no choice, Elk. That was the that was the very end of the basically there's no way to do anything but die there, Elk. That's where you normally die, by dropping into the end of decked out having succeeded. Unfortunately, you know what? I think I preferred the other one. I'll keep the radio. Unfortunately, you have to die. There is no safe. There is no way of getting out alive. Should be a Gonzo head next to that chicken. I mean, if Gonzo's a relic and decked out, then yes. Both successful and failed runs equals death. Just the death providers are named differently. Exactly. The dungeon always wins. You know, one of these days, I'm going to have to use those. Is that like cake or death? Cake or finish decked out? I mean, I would like to have cake in decked out, please. Right. Let's get to that. That goes there. I don't know why I'm carrying a rose bush and a lilac. Answers on a postcard to Holy Fnurbles. Very well, give him death. Yep. Boing, 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 boing. Right. I need to raid my wallet. Because one thing that is certain, that was my last decked out key. So I need more. I need more. I need more. I need more. Keys in the morning. Keys in the decked out pile. Henry's got to have all the diamonds now. Keys in the owl? I never said owl. At least not that I remember. Whimsy time! Well, first I'm going shopping, then we'll get whimsy. I need my keys. Boing. Boing. I said, why did I see keys in the owl? What reality would possess me to say keys in the owl? 20 intelligence or 10 diamonds. You know, I could probably have used the 24 intelligence that I have, but Right, my keys are in my wallet. You know, for those days when you always remember to leave, that you need, you've got to, you're supposed to leave the house. You check your keys and your wallet. Mine are in my wallet. Do I have Birdie on the brain? I mean, not that I'm aware of. Then I'd be nearly out of intelligence. No, I've still got a full stack of intelligence. Oh, look, it dings. Ring a bell in the village. Wait. Phone, wallet, keys. Exactly. Sometimes nowadays that's all three on the same thing. Right. I have goofed.
Resist
I have goofed. I apologize, Henry. I don't think I left went too far away from the area. I think somebody else went in. I think Volder went in.
Gold mine.
Volder went in. I'd seen a head, a name tag over here, and I'm safe. Volder went in. Right. Well, since I'm down here panicking about the fact that I forgot to wait for Decked Out to reset. Whatever the opposite of intelligence is, you have a stack of that, maybe even 2. Well, I've got 64 and 28 intelligence here. I could easily take 20 and buy myself some more keys. But I'm not going to. Scotsman has intelligence? Huh?
Quick step.
Yes, Mr. Roo. Yes. Ah, no problem, Milk. I thought it was fun. And it was more fun to have a secondary person hanging around, I thought. Because it gave them somebody to interact with. I'm doing okay, Mr. Roo. How are you doing? Yes, safe, because nothing can kill you in Minecraft outside of Decked Out. No, absolutely not. I'm invincible! Always for the Hagen kids. Exactly. I thought the kids did the awesome. I thought the kids were the awesome bit.
Loot and scoot.
No, Volder, no. It was me scaring my... I got loot and scooting. I can run there. Whee! Loot and scooting up in the room. Hi, lady. Hi. They were rocking out those advancements. They really were. Hey, excuse me.
Loot and scoot.
Would you mind, you know... Oh, that's bad. We got a double minecarting. That's better. Now this is British Rails, exactly. Terrible pickled onion. Yes. Yep, you can tell it's warm. Right. Hi-ho, around the rails we go. Whimsy. Please ignore the JCB going past the window. What? We're going up, up, up on the roller coaster. Gonna make it higher. Wow, nearly didn't make it up there. Woohoo! Down we go. Into the pirates area. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. Whee! Whee! Please remember to whimsy appropriately. Going down. Yeah. Whimsy noises shall continue until whimsy is appropriate. Yes. We're going on a whimsy ride, a whimsy ride, a whimsy ride. We're going on a whimsy ride. We've got to have the whimsy. Whee! Woohoo! Please keep your whimsy inside the cart at all times. If you do not keep your whimsy inside the cart, we cannot be held accountable for any damage that might happen to your whimsy. Whimsy. Past the duck boat. Duck boat. A woohoo. Whack. Still appropriate? Are these inappropriate noises? Yes, exactly. Boop. Throws weak old garlic bread at elk. Uh-oh. I just burnt my Hawaiian pizza. Should have cooked it on a lower setting. Oh. Yeah, this is definitely British whale. Or is it more British fnurbled? Please keep all 12 squirrels inside the cart at all times. We've got people going to sleep, so... Darkness is falling. Whimsy is calling. Let us get the sunrise. Oh, great. Well, thanks for the DuckTales earworm. Ha ha. Right. Shall we repeat the whimsy, but in Pretty's mode? I feel a second... What do we think? Since I'm already sat in the minecart, shall we arrange for a second round? I look like I'm wearing a minecart as a shell, almost. Here we have... Here we have the strange Turtle Scotsman. Available, found inside of a minecart. Let's be pretty... I was about to say, let's be pretty whimsy about this. But like a drunk guy has fallen in a bin. Yep, the Scots Cooper. Let's climb up. Come on. Anytime you can't stop hearing earworm. A woohoo. Whimsy. Pretty whimsy. Occasionally you have to have the pretty whimsy. If you don't have a pretty whimsy, how can you have an... I mean, what's the opposite of a pretty whimsy? I don't want to know. Actually, I really don't want to know what the opposite of a pretty whimsy is. Whee! Whee! A dirty depressy. Wow. That sounds, wrong. Isn't that a cocktail? What, the pretty whimsy or the dirty depressy? Whee! Boop! Boop! Hey, Midna! Whoop! A dull overwhelmsy. Whimsy. Down we go. Back into the duck boat. At an airport. A dull over whimsy. Boop. And out the exit. Whee! Let's go to the log flume and keep it in pretties. Duck boat. A woohoo. When you need to have some fun with a duck boat. A woohoo. Yes, Midna. We're on the Wilderness server today, and I've just finished a decked out run here on the custom decked out that was built by Henry for the server. And as is customary, after all of the evil of decked out, please ignore the bit of sus in the background. We balance it with some whimsy. Imagine coming to this stream and first thing you hear Scott say is, "It's a dirty depressy." Aye. Well, we got a boat. Should we turn it around so we actually start going in the right direction? Boop. Boop, 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 bing. Ah. After a hard day's work running through decked out, It's so quiet and peaceful to sit in a boat and just drift around, drift through all the whimsy. Wet whimsy noises continue. Yep. Oops. Here we find Scotsman in a boat going backwards. I mean, I could turn the boat around, but do you really want this stream turned around? I never said wet whimsy. That's something very different. Whee! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got deboated. I got deboated. Whee! Well, we did twice on the roller coaster. Please remember to stay in the vehicles at all times whilst... Whoopsie! I accelerated a bit too far there. Have I ever been to a theme park? Yeah, a few dozen times. You think Midna would like to see the roller coaster? Are we going back for another round of whimsy? I mean, we barely even finished the first round of whimsy. Why not? Yeah, okay. Whee up. Gotta be careful with that. The first jump is the highest. The what? Alright. Always remember, please return your boat after the whimsy ride. If you do not return your boat after the whimsy ride, you will be penalised with a lack of whimsy in your future. We can't have that. Oh no, it's moody whimsy. We got over an hour left for me to build something. On one roller coaster ride, isn't he going to be that problematic? True, true. And it's been a while since we've had a moody whimsy.
Data seeker.
Can we have a counter for whimsy? Is that so that we can have a whimsy way, a whimsy way, a whimsy way, a whimsy way? Oh, a whimsy woo, hoo, a whimsy woo, ooh, ooh. Is that the case, Hulk? Is that what you wanted? You did not hear Moody. Moody whimsy! Moody whimsy! Please return to noble destination. Yep. Here we find the whimsy now has more added puddles, with all of the extra reflections of your whimsy. Whimsy. Do remember to partake of some reflection with your whimsy. Whimsy. It's a damp whimsy. Nope. Boop. Into the caves. You must remember to reflect on one's whimsy, particularly while it is damp whimsy and moody whimsy. 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 You awake to find yourself on a damp roller coaster. What will you do? Oh no, that's a different thing altogether. Whimsy. Past the damp duck boat. A damp whimsy has a high odds of turning into a dirty depressy. Oh no! I don't want to be in a dirty depressy. Boop. There we are. Don't say the M word. The M word is banished. Banished, I tell ya. Whimsy. Let's go past the fox. And past the button, which in the time we've been here has gone past the green a little bit. The lampposts are amazing, aren't they, Midna? A lot of this place is very heavily worked on for landscaping and detail by Luna. And Luna does such amazing work on this. She is currently preparing for the Chaos Cubed update, and apparently has all sorts of tweaks and changes that she wants to make to Spawn as a result of it. So let's have a brief visit to Spawn. Hey, Ginger, welcome in. Am I going to release an ASMR track of me just going whimsy? Whoop. At least that wasn't a splatty whimsy. That, yeah, you don't want a splatty whimsy. That definitely turns into a dirty whimsy. That gets wet. What am I on? You see, this is your fault. Once we've started these trains of thought, they fall off the rails very quickly. But, yes. Leaving that one around. Yep. Squishy Scots with a cappuccino wafer biscuit. Ooh. Does that mean we have to wafer it? Boing. We're all full of silly. Yep. Please remember, if your silly tank has not been fully recharged, then you're in the wrong place, because this place thrives on silly. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, yeah, that as well, Elk. There may be some of that. Possibly due to the fact that it's over 35 degrees here, which has been decidedly making me an uncomfortable squirrel. Did the squirrel sleep? A little. Let me sleep to get rid of the rain. For those who have not seen the spawn of Wilderness, this is the spawn of Wilderness. It is such a fantastic... Yeah. Luna and anyone who has helped her on this has done an absolutely fantastic job on it. And it just looks so amazing. I mean, with the cloud levels like this is just beautiful. Wait, I left trees in my home? Huh. Apparently I left some trees at home. Oh well. If you had a grander word, you would use it. Let's just call it awesome. Alright. However, Potter. No. As we are reaching that, let us go and see what the Cliffs of Insanity bring us today. Whoop, 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 whoop. There was definitely a splatty around there somewhere. It was a magma cube, I think. And we have a hydrate and a stretch. Will they finally bring us Andre the Giant? Not yet, Feg. Not yet. But after stream last week where I said I'm going to not do any more, I immediately did a load more. So, things have moved on since last stream, despite the fact that I wasn't going to, and I was going to focus on Guild Rush. Shock horror! Yes, I know. The squirrel couldn't let it go. Let it go. Let it go. The build's never finished anyway. Right. So, where we were last week was we had these three uprights. And we did all of this bit of cliff siding. which was really, really nice. And we realized that that one is smaller than that one, typically. Because of course it is. Which of course means that the squirrel brain was going, but why? And I was trying to avoid moving this. So, he says, I decided to use that as the midpoint and double everything. Doing a great job of lurking, wrapping eBay stuff very slowly. The more time you spend here, the less time you have to log back into work. Method to your madness. We very much approve of that, Cosmic. However, there was a flaw in my plan. Of course there was. The placement of this meant that my super smelters were, how should we put this? One block to the right of where they needed to be. As you can see. So while I solved the off by one here, I immediately created an off by one here. And honestly, I had no choice. Because if I'd fixed this, so that that was the same as this would have been one further to the right. This would have been two further to the right. And all of this would have needed to go one to the right anyway. So I had no choice. I either had to move the entire super smelter one block to the left or one block to the right. It could not do anything to avoid it. Oh, am I making a build or doing the time warp? I kind of wished I had done the time warp, because then I could have just not built this in the wrong place. Oh, flabbles. Frauke has a 9 tails? Pardon? Everything was one block off. Woohoo. Woohoo. Oh, the question mark gives a 9 tails. Oh. Okay. Really? There's a 9 tails as this week's weeklies. I want it. I want the 9 tails. So it's just a step to the left, and then an OBO to the right. You've got a pile of fnubbles, and it doesn't feel right. And when you're feeling wrong, you gotta tear it all down again. Let's do the OBO again. Let's build the whole thing again. That's your fault. So, having ripped all of this apart, I did make a couple of minor adjustments. Previously, the fuel input was at the front here. I've moved the fuel input to the back. I have, however, kept the please cook all of this input at the front. And to date, I have yet to hook this back up to the output and storage system of any form. Because originally it was going into here. And Volder has survived decked out. You fix a mistake over here, and you OBO over to the right, and you wonder why. You're suffering from a fight. It's the fnubbling up that really drives you insane. I've left glass all over the floor again. Right, let's move the glass out of the way. Leaving glass on the floor is a bad thing to do. It can be painful for your footsies. Clip it and ship it. Oh my. And that's an interesting one. I've just had one of the more unusual announcements in the notifications in my in the corner of my monitor. Apparently, the Steam machine is now available. Dagfnablet. Valve, stop trying to cause my wallet to scream. It's not valid. It's not valid. Risha. Hey, ancients. Welcome in. The bats are panicking. Yep. Scott sings the musicals, but wrong. Coming to a record store near you soon. Maybe. How much did they have to raise the price? You know, I haven't seen the price. Let's have a look. Survey says... Oh. That's... Huh. 2 terabyte with a controller for 1,208. That's... For a gaming PC, that's almost reasonable at the moment. Particularly for a 2 terabyte one. It is the... Basically, Valve are making a gaming PC.
They talk about another kind of work. Another kind of work.
What are you afraid of?
I'm lost in old ways.
I'm not afraid.
Oh well.
Here goes nothing.
Or it's a SteamOS console, depending on how you think of it. Yeah, basically, it's a non-portable version of the Steam Deck. Come on, let's have a quick nap. Given how much those things that they had to up the cost of the Steam Deck recently, yeah. Ah, there we are. Right. And since you can even manage to install Prism on it, on a Steam Deck, trust me, I've done it, that doesn't feel like it's a terrible thing.
They talk about another kind
Right.
of work.
Let's get these arches in, top and bottom, which means I need deep slate and a flying fnurbles.
I'm lost in old.
That doesn't happen. What the heck? It's a black shulker box. Okay.
I'm not afraid.
Prism is easy. You modded Skyrim on the Steam Deck. Goodness. That is somewhat more compelling as a difficulty. Right. Do we have deep slate? Ugh. Yes. That's alright then. Oh, hold on. Deep slate bricks. Deep slate brick stairs. Cracked deep slate bricks will be useful. Cobble deep slate stairs. Yeah. Hey, what do you know? That saves me having to create all of that. Boop. Right. Flying fnurbles! Hello, flying fnurbles. Please keep all chaos inside the flying fnurbles at all times. If you or anyone else suffers from air sickness, please do be careful whilst riding a flying fnurbles. This isn't flying fnurbles, this is falling with style fnurbles. That reminds me. I was looking through the advancements lists on Guild Rush, One of them is take a frog to the end, give it slow fall, and let it slowly drop into the void, then murder it before it takes any damage. To which point, my brain just went, well, that's cruel, but hilarious. So, we may be dropping frogs into the void tomorrow. Great folly toads. Well, possibly. I'm sure the Geneva Convention mentions this scenario explicitly. Yeah. There are some wacky advancements. Yeah, I've whacked a few things as well, Elk. It's amazing how many things you have to kill, as opposed to being killed by them. Right. Kill or be killed. That is the Fneblery. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of a confused and upset Ravager? Pillager. Or to murder your way through the books. Ravager. One must remember that one does have to ravage. Wait, I'm not going to complete that train of sentence because I just realised where I was going with that one and I don't want to. I was about to say things that would not just be quotable. But possibly quotable in the wrong way. Amazing how many times Elk's Munchkin #1 could throw him off of a high platform splat. Yep. Still annoyed a flapping trade alarmer killed our pacified pillager. Yes. You know, there's a good way of getting one of those to kill things without the use of you sitting in the boat, Elk. I will have to help you. Obviously. If we need it back. Because you can actually have it so that it can shoot at a pillager. Sorry, shoot at a villager, even. And not be able to kill the villager. Effectively, you do what I did with the cam account by having some appropriately placed trapdoors. Don't think we need it. Okie dokie. If we don't need it, then we do not need it. And I think that's probably the most sensible thing to do, which is ignore what we don't need. You know, like my sanity. We don't need that. Nobody needs a squirrel's sanity. Okay. Let's see. I think everyone else has a chance to run by and get the enhancement? Oh my. If you're getting enhanced by running past a pacified pillager, then we need to be careful about what you've been taking for lunch. Yeah, that's the good thing. All the people on Guild Rush will always look out for each other. And I need a stonecutter. Let's just place it there for the moment. Boop. Boop. Hold on. Let's just park flying fnurbles here. That's why he had her Yeah, I was gonna... I was in the middle of typing it as well, Elk, when you did. Oh, yeah, still got one more arch to do. Now, what I'm going to do is leave this middle arch as not being an arch downwards. I'm going to keep the arch upwards, but not the arch downwards, because I quite like the asymmetry of having it incomplete at the bottom. Did get everything cleaned up last night. Nice. I spent a bit of time at lunchtime today working on the landscaping of the island at spawn. So we've started to have an island. Unfortunately, no Scotland or Wales. This feels wrong. Have I forgotten that I have? There's supposed to be a block between these two. So many eggs to hatch, so little time. That's better. That's where I fnurbled it. You forgot about that egg. Whoopsie. Was it Elk who had the dad joke about the egg and the shipping? Why has Lily May just gone live? I'm not usually live at this time. I mean, that could be cool. I think I... Ah, it was. Yep. It gives me an option on who to raid out to, perhaps. No, we haven't, for okay. We need to start setting that up. We also need to go and run through a trial chamber and steal every piece of copper. So that might have to be something that we consider fairly soon, because otherwise we're going to run out of time. Ah, yes. There we are. Thank you for repeating that one, Elk. I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. That one actually made me laugh, and I liked that one. Okay. Oh, I need to do the walls up here. I like that look. I really like that look. Now what I want to do is start figuring out the shape of this. Because we've got the actual furnaces. Subtle, those are fun. Exactly. The subtle ones that make you think are the ones that make you have the fun. So I'm thinking I might bring this sort of style down here. Because I kind of like it, and I think it would go well in front of the furnaces. But instead of maybe going for the spruce, I might go for a different colour. So let's get some... Oh, I need to do the walls first. Don't let me forget the walls. I've got to do the walls. Otherwise the walls won't go closing in. Have a good meeting, Elk. Alright, let's see what we've got by way of walls. Deep slate brick, deep slate cobble. Fantastic. Thank you for the reminder there, Kel. Perfect reminder from the Chaos Twin. Absolutely fantastic, highly useful, and completely annoying simultaneously. Happy to help. Yes, of course. Of course, of course. I want to actually have a couple of these walls going down. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. And then we can do this and this. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to want a lightning rod there, aren't I? I need something heavier than... Back up. Back up to the storage room. Well, no, let's finish building and then we can come... Ahem. You never saw that. I did not shift to try and actually cause the gas to go downwards. Hey, Sydney! Welcome in. Did you return with a penguin? Inquiring minds wish to know. Is a penguin? You know what? I'm just going to leave it at is a penguin. You did not return with a... Aww. Ooh. Excuse me. We do not appreciate the creepers in the cliffside. We do not want a creeper in the cliffside. Cliffside? He was 90! Good lord. That's a rip-off penguin. Lurking for VC. Enjoy VC, Ginger. Yes, we have a new name for the kill. She has gone all fey on us. Lotus, welcome in. Lurk at work. Thank you for the lurk, Lotus. Nothing wrong with that. Exactly. I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with it. I'm saying that it is the case. Boing. Boing. Right, let's find those. Do we have any? Oh, we do. We have 8 lightning rods. 8 whole lightning rods. Oh, my word. There's Gnocchi on the stove. Yay! I'll be there shortly. Nah. I was about to leap off the cliff to find Flying Fnurbles, but Flying Fnurbles was in their garage. Gnocchi. Gnocchi is always lovely. Always be commander of the Chaos Birds, but no longer a bird yourself. Fae instead. Exactly. I have only eaten soft pretzel you grabbed from the bake. Oh, goodness. Sydney. Self-care is important. Make sure that you eat. I can't place that block because apparently I'm in the way. You may have acquired another steak. As long as it wasn't a mistake, we're all right. Actually, I'm just going to leave that there. Not going to bother with a lightning rod on that one. Need food, too hot. Instead, he had ice cream at 4:30. Ice cream is still one of the major food groups, in my opinion. Or at least it dang well should be. If it isn't, then it dang well should be. If anyone argues with me on that one, they get their ice cream supplies cut off. It's soul food. Exactly. Ice cream is good for the soul. Oh, that's nice. Food means you have to move. Yeah. Okay, I like those additions. They make quite a lot of difference to the way of it. Oh my! Dr. Nick! The neglected food groups, including the whipped, the congealed, and the chocotastic. Oh my. One does not neglect one's food groups where chocolate is concerned. Well, that's a recent quote. That's an interesting pairing. Oh, why do quote 695 and quote 500 go together so well? Steak, gnocchi, pajamas. Yep. Oh my. That last pairing as well. Goodness. My word. It's the way that the bot of randomness does occasionally just come up with some of the most despairingly good combinations. And I did say despairingly good because I feel that is an appropriate addition to the description. I love the fact that for some reason I'm using my front door or my walkway to my front door as a copper aging facility. Yes, Clan. That's an interesting quote to get as well. Also goes with all the previous ones. Oh dear. I'm glad that one doesn't match. It's like that giant glass pyramid in front of the Louvre. Must be art. Possibly. Possibly. Right. Let's have a look at this for a second. I've got deep slate. I've got deep slate. I've got tough bricks. I've got no clue what the fnibble I'm gonna do. Could match. Nope. Slash! Is it me, or do I have too much fun squeaking my bottle? I'm waiting for Feg to pick up the... Oh, Feg still has the sword. Do we not live in the gutter? No, I live on the cliffs. I knew immediately after I said it, it was going to end up quite... Ooh, hey, that one went very quickly. It's that moment of, I've just said something that's going to end up quoted, haven't I? Now, I'm still using up my deep slate bricks, so let's use some of those and polished. Part of me says, we should insist on that statement from Feg being quoted. I live on the cliff, but my brain lives in the gutter. This explains a lot, actually. Yep. Best way down to where we're building is this way. Oh, hold on. I only have 1 carrot. I have no carrots. Thank you, Kel. Right. Carrots. And actually, I'm tempted to harvest this bamboo for a second. You're way ahead of me. Excellent, excellent. It's very difficult for me to keep up with the Fae. Oh, and there's a Pokemon in chat, and for the first time I'm actually going to remember that I do need to pay attention to it. Everything's a weekly. Everything's a weekly if you need to do. Right. Let's have a look. You know, it's been a while since I've thrown myself off this cliff and had a look at the state of my bamboo farm's outputs. Now, I know there is a mistake with some of this. Ooh. Still not 6 full stacks of chests yet. Oh, I meant to turn those into blocks. Let's put those in there. So there's a fault with this design when working with these. And it's this. This dispenser doesn't dispense fast enough. This one is fine. It takes 9 items and makes a couple of bamboo blocks, and it tends to keep up with dispensing them. This one, not in the slightest. So that's a bit of an issue. Tartan Army has left. England is now in town. Same alcohol, different drunk. Yeah. That feels valid. You've gone from the Tartan Army to the Barmy Army. Could I straddle a minecart with Hopper over multiple dispensers? Yeah. You see, the problem is not so much... Well... Excuse me, would you mind not flashing an observer in my face? Norway has yet to leave as well, so you've got the Vikings. Yeah. So you've had the Tartan Army, now you've got the Barmy Army, and you've got the Vikings. Honestly, the Vikings and the Tartan Army are probably the good ones. Considering home field for Scotland, so if they progress, they'll be back. Nice! Great honey helmets. Aye. So the problem is getting this signal. And splitting that hopper. Or multiplying that signal. Because I can't take a string... Because I've got the hopper here. I can't take a string... Well, hold on. I might have an idea. Panic! He's thinking. If we move... Oh no, because I need it to come out this... to be on this side of the wall. Actually, it doesn't matter. Because it always ends up going to the end and then along. So it can be anywhere in here. So, okay. I feel a redstone adjustment coming on. Is my redstone chest in my under chest? Yes, it is. My redstone fnurbling chest is here. Oh no! Redstone on stream! Right, so I need one of those, some of that, and some blocks. The blocks I'll get just simply by taking stuff out of the wall. Oh, I need another hopper. Also store multiple beer companies restocking the bars down by the main World Cup zone, so they're recovering. I think you should restate that as they're trying to recover. Right. We've still got stuff coming through. We caught up? Is that everything? Yes. Right. Disable this for a second. Take that out. And move it down to here. And take the hopper. And apparently I can't count. I needed 2 hoppers. Doesn't work that way. Like so. Did see a few interviews with the Titan Army saying that there's no beer left, but they still won't touch Bud Light. I mean, valid. Honestly, they're more likely to start drinking spirits instead. They can get high-spirited, though. Tish. Turn that into blocks. So what we do is we take a redstone signal out here, put one of those there. This is where I try to remember what the... Oh, hold on. I got one here. Somewhere. I thought I had one here. Oh, there it is. Out, up, across, block, block, like so. Okay. Out, up, across. That. I think there's redstone there and a block there. That's all well and good, but that's a dropper, and I need a dispenser. Wait, why was that not... Huh? Oh, I need to sleep. A dropper should perfectly happily do that. Bud Light is the La Croix of beer. Scotland v Brazil, that's going to be stressy. Ugh. What have I gotten wrong here? Other than the fact that I'm doing redstone on stream. I need a block here and a redstone there. And not a redstone there. That's the problem. Perfect. Almost like I know what I'm doing with redstone. that away. Have I got any torches? No, but I've got a bat. Bagpipes crossed with samba drums. Well, at least they're not vuvuzelas. Although some would say that they're probably the same thing. A vuvuzela is the Brazilian attempt at a bagpipe. I've just insulted 2 entire countries simultaneously with one statement. You've got to be very careful with that. Can't compare pipes like that. Oh my. Back to work. South African. Oh, is that? I don't know. I've apparently gotten that wrong as well. So, is there anything I got right in any of that statement? Nope. Fine. That's what I needed. Really? We're off by 1 error on that. Throws that. That's at Scott. Ugh. Look after yourself, Cosmic, and thank you for joining us during your attempt at slacking off. What I say, why is the hole there? But it's got a thingamajig's it in the way. There we are. That should solve that problem. Oh, hey, I've got 13 bamboo planks here. Let us test this. It works! It works! Those 2 pieces of redstone are entirely unnecessary now. Now, do we have the problem over here with this one? Or is this one okay? That one is also suffering from this, but I think I'm gonna blah. I'm gonna blah. Yes. Do we fix both while we're at it? Do we do multiple pieces of redstone on stream? I mean, it's not that much of a fix. I've just worked it all out in 2 ticks. Because once we have these being generated, then we can start manufacturing these and these. No, those don't take them. Yes, they do. Because that's a row of planks, a row of slabs, and a row of planks. But I think we've got to wait for those to be finished filling up first. Oh, that's working perfectly now. Woohoo! I do believe I've managed to defnurble my redstone. But be careful with that. Yeah, definitely got to be careful with that. I mean, I appear to have defnurbled my redstone. I've got a slight issue with things landing where they shouldn't. But that's just because I haven't encased my my dispenser. Always remember that you may have to encase your dispenser. There we are. That's better. I do believe that's a thunderstorm. That looks like a thunderstorm. If it looks like a thunderstorm, quacks like a thunderstorm, and rumbles thunder like a thunderstorm, it's probably a thunderstorm. Okay, let's fix the other one. Just because if I don't, I will end up thinking that I have done it and we'll need to... You pay cold hard cash for an IRL thunderstorm right now. I second that thought, Feg. Right. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who are interested, and it's a rare, so you're going to want to try and catch it. My dropper just went into... Right. Put that there. Had a thunderstorm last week, brought a tornado with it. Thankfully nothing damaged, didn't get close to the house. Yay for safe. Now, the odds of me doing any work at this level of the world where I'm going to find myself ripping out these the areas that have this redstone in it are slim. But I kind of feel like if I don't put the materials in place to indicate that there's redstone here, I'm guaranteed to. So, kind of important. I need another one of those. Hey, Raven. Welcome back from your meeting. That's flashing too much. But also not doing anything. Because it doesn't have that block. Whoops. There we are. That solved that one as well. Good grief. He's done redstone on stream twice. We're doomed. I've done redstone on stream twice. Granted, it was the same bit of redstone twice, but hey. I can see a problem. Oh well. It's a problem I'm not going to worry about right now. In theory... Oh, is that... Yeah, I see the problem. Wow. Wow, Sydney. Brutality. Now, the problem is this is now a lossy system. Because occasionally... Actually, it'll probably be alright now. So the reason the half slabs, the slabs are just constantly rotating around is because interesting, is because there's nothing accepting half slabs right now. Interesting. Let me just check something. Oh! Well, that makes a change. Huh. A picture of innocence and virtue. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that one. Whatever you just paid, Feg, I think you've got your delivery target wrong. Your delivery location's off. To quote you a minute ago, you would pay good money for a thunderstorm right now. I appear to have one. Yes. That's what I mean. I have an IRL thunderstorm right now. Feg paid for the thunderstorm, got its delivery location wrong, and sent it to me. Yeah. Looks like it. I just spotted flashes of light outside the window that weren't blue, and was very confused. Because usually we get blue flashing lights outside the window. Clearly, Sydney's accuracy was slightly off. Yep. But I'm just looking at lightningmaps.org and seeing all of the dots moving around the area. Really rather useful website, that one. Lets you check if where thunderstorms are. Possibly. It does appear to be heading, possibly. Hard to say. As I say, look at lightningmaps.org. This stream, not sponsored by lightningmaps.org, but holy fnubbles, it's a useful website sometimes. Distracted as J Price has just boarded her flight to the UK. Yeah, hey! Yeah, that would be a distraction. Yeah, that would definitely be a distraction. Also, geez, that's a decent-sized storm system. Ah! Looks like Sydney has just looked up at the website I was just looking at. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I mean, for the UK, that's pretty decent. You still win, but it's pretty decent. I mean, You don't have a contest with thunderstorms. If you have a thunderstorm, you've already won the contest. In my opinion. I like thunderstorms. I'm just hoping this one hangs around and actually becomes a decent thunderstorm and not just a little bit of lightning. What's out the window for the charged creepers? No. I don't want charged creepers, thank you very much. Got better thunderstorms when you live much more south. Yeah, that's the problem with thunderstorms. Okay. Looks like it is heading your way. Yeah, I had a feeling it might be Feg. The advantage is that's a pretty hefty thunderstorm, so I've not actually doxed myself in any way, shape, or form because it looks like it covers about 150 miles. It's like, yes, it's in the south of England. Yeah, not revealing much of anything. That covers sort of, yeah, that's about a 200-mile long storm, by the looks of it. I just figured out what the scale on this map is. So if that's 20, it's 20, 40, 60. Yeah, that's about 100 to 200 miles wide. Oh, and speaking of that, Heil Hydrate. And to go with that hydrate, we have a stretch, just in case we need to run from the thunderstorm. Oh. In a southern accent. Storms are brewing. My trick Fnurbal's playing up. I don't know what accent that was. Right. Let's get rid of that coal ore. Into the coal ore chest. Southern Belfast. I mean... Look, I long acknowledge I have no clue what my accent is sometimes. Definitely had no clue what it was on Friday morning. Woof. That was definitely a mobile accent. Okay. Random. What's the preferred unit for measurement of rain? Millimeters per hour, usually. In the UK, we always use London buses. Yes, how many London buses are floating down the road? What? I don't know per hour, but altogether you're expecting to get an inch or... I mean, that's the other one. Just how much rain is dropped by a weather system. If a single weather system drops 25 mil of rain, We tend to measure rain in cats, dogs, and fish. That's a bit of a fishy measure. Tish. Is that the quantity or size of fish? You vote it's all acceptable levels of rain as long as A, you're not outside of it, and B, the river doesn't flood. Yep. Pilchers and drizzle or a shark in a storm. I didn't realise that we were auditioning for Sharknado 12. The film series has jumped the shark. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in catching one. It's another rare. Thank you to Frauke for that piece of information. We're auditioning for Sharky and George, the musical. Ooh. Right. How wide do I want to make this? So I've got one window. Now, the question is, do I put smaller windows either side? That might actually be pretty good. Smaller windows either side. The Frauke Dex is accurate and helpful of full information. Yes. Still doesn't exist, Veg. I'm too distracted by not updating all the things that I do need to update. Okay. One, two, three. I think I want to put one here. There. It's also on the path. Wait. There. Yeah. We try not to hold filters against people. Let's see. Unless it's a pilchard. What? Pardon? It's got plenty. Gotten you into plenty of fnurbles. Yeah. So what I'm thinking here is go for a low window here and a high window in the middle. And then mirror the window there. Yes. Oh, that could look quite good. That could look really quite good. It could look really quite good. Right. Let's go Fnabble now. Everybody's Fnabbling now. Wondering what the heck is Fnabbling. Everybody's Fnabbling. We leapt off the wall. Let's get some dark oak. What would Willikins do? I mean, Willikins is quite happy helping out Raven. I need dark oak. Grab that many, and that. Good lord. I got a decent supply of dark oak here. Gotta be careful with that, I'll probably run out. Well, that flapping would certainly help in a heat wave. Oh, God, yes. So if I do...
Great horny toad!
If your horny toads are flapping, then you definitely got then you have to be worried, because occasionally a horny toad flapping in the heat wave is not a happy horny toad. Oh dear, poor Kel. I hope that the hiccups go away soon, Kel. Hey, Nookie. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, to Isengard, to Isengard. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, to Isengard. Wait. Have I been in too many of Deep Sky Miner's streams? Probably. Always stay upwind of your flapping horny toads. Oh my. You'd have thought it was time to show you that. Pfft. Look, just spend 20 minutes in a Deep Sky Miner stream and you'll probably see it several times. Both the short version and the full-length version. Somewhere there's a video of Orlando Bloom singing it. That sounds valid. Right. How high? Peter Jackson door stopped in. I'm trying to work out how high I want this window to be. Nah, why are we tromping? I'm telling you, wishing for a jump scare from Luniel. Oh, that's why we're tromping. Yeah, I figured it out after the fact, Feg. I'm not as incompetent as I look. Trump does not scare you. Aww. The poor Trump. It's being told that it's not very scary by the cow. Hold on. Where's the polished? There it is. And a couple there. Thank you for joining the scurry there, Nookie. Customer's reaction might have. Think of it this way. At least it proves that I don't know what's going on half the dang time. Now, I need to figure out how to do the. Oh, I need a. That's not helpful. I keep ending up trapped. Trapped in my own build. What's the temperature? Too high! When last we looked at the temperature, it was 35. And that was too dang high. What's the temperature, Kenneth, with you? Yes. And I know the answer. I know the question there was inside or outside, and the answer is yes. This is not idiotic. Currently have a grand total of 6C or 43. Can I swap? You can have the 35. I'll go halves with you, Kel. At 28 indoors. Yikes. Actually, that should be half a block down. Well, I'll get that back later. At which point that doesn't work. Dag Fnoblet. 2 gaming PCs in the room. Yep. Ow. I've got currently running in the room the gaming PC. Been a while since we've had that one. Wait, really? Are we already at quote 200? How in Fnubbles did that happen? Well, you see, time happened. Second by second, it moved slowly ever onwards. And eventually, it just kept going and going and going and going. Right, let's clear enough of this so that we can see the windows. Right, let's have a look at what this looks like in Pretty's mode. So happy when you got 64 gig of RAM when you still had big discounts. Yeah, I think I've got 64 on this. Is the quote number adjusted to the time on stream? The quote number increases basically... Oh no, quote 200 just... Oh, that's the variant quote number. 200. I hadn't even realised we got the variant form. Ooh. That's gonna look cool. Oh, wow. That's gonna look cool. I think that's gonna look really, really cool. Combine that with the fact that we've got the God Rays of heck here. Yeah, that's going to look really, really funky. Can I take a look from offshore, seeing the cliffs from the sea? Yep. From the sea. It's interesting that in this shader pack, you can't see all the detail that I put into those cliffs. You can just see the shaping. That's almost disappointing. Actually, no, because you can see the areas where I put in the darker shading, so that it is actually better shaded. It doesn't help that the sun's in front of us. It's just subtle. Yeah. I mean, here you can see it better on this section of cliff. And actually, as the sun sets, we'll probably be able to see it way easier. Yeah, that's going to look really cool. And I think... still using complementary. Yes, I'm using complementary, but with the Euphoria patches on it, Kel. I think the exclamation mark shaders command is probably up to date. Reimagined. Okay, it's not up to date. It doesn't have the Euphoria patches listed. Photon shaders, guys, are just stunning. I've gotten so used to... yes, it is, Cal. I use exactly the same pack across all 3 worlds. It's kind... and in fact, I copy my configs across all 3. I am very particular about my config settings. I love that. That's looking awesome. Remember me trying to get the water perfect? Yeah, I spent weeks trying to do that, didn't we? Oh, that's looking awesome. That is looking pretty dang fantastic. Right. However, as the sunset of reality takes us away from the game, it is time for me to wrap up. The lovely Samantha is rushing off into the distance. Must be the Euphoria patcher. Yes. Yeah, I'll send you my config settings, Kel, if you want. Cozy Squirrel is live. I know that I saw Lily Mae Darling going live as well at one point earlier. Let's have a quick look. We've got Cozy Squirrel, we've got Genfire. Did Lily Mae stay live? She is live, but she's playing Repo with friends. Okay. Although that said, Repo with friends with Lily Mae is often fantastic fun. Yes, please. Is that the Repo with friends with Lily Mae? We've also got Blunding live. I don't get to raid out to Lily Mae. Oh, the shader settings. Thank you for the raid command there, Feg. Right, I don't get to raid out to Lily Mae Darling very often because usually they stream much earlier in the day. Lily Mae Darling is an absolutely fantastic and wonderful person. They are currently part of Guild Rush as well. They are amazingly fun and great fun to hang out with. So I'm going to send you over there because I think it's worth it. They are great. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be on the Guild Rush server. Continuing to work on things, stuff, advancements, and probably, you never know, what else. So, I hope everyone has a good time. So, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Do look after yourselves. Yes, I agree with Feg. Take care all, stay cool, stay hydrated, stay gremlin-y, but not too much of a gremlin unless you have too big of a snack after midnight. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.